I'm Simon Todd and I want to be your next education officer.
Floor 12.
Aim high, vote high.
The university has some of the best support in the country for disabled students, taking advantage of having a learning assessment centre on site. But even then, students can be waiting too long for disability support. I want to encourage the university to make sure that students don't wait so long for assessments and ensure that while they are waiting for funding to be approved, the university is already putting in place practical measures to help students with disabilities. In addition with that, postgraduate students find themselves in a situation where the university will try and use their old assessments, but this may not be accurate for their needs anymore. Because of that, what I want to do is encourage the university to ask postgraduate students whether their needs have changed and whether they need a reassessment before committing to their studies.
Aim high, vote high.
Ultimately, your time at university is about preparing for your future. But right now, that's been hindered. Students that don't have extensions currently have to wait on their marks for students that have been given extenuating circumstance extensions. This is unfair because it penalises students that don't have extensions because they can't use the feedback from their coursework to help them prepare for their next piece. And it also punishes students that do have extenuating circumstances because it puts extra pressure on them when they don't need it. In addition to that, lecturers aren't being given enough time to prepare for lectures or mark their work, with some saying that they have as little as 5 minutes per student in order to assess coursework. That isn't fair. So I want to put pressure on the university to also ensure that timetabling for lecturers is made better so that they have the time to give us the feedback that we deserve so that we can move towards the future.
Aim high, vote for side.
A lot of postgraduate loans offer placements in industry which extend their course beyond 1 year. But the problem with this is the postgraduate loan, when that happens, is paid over 2 years and the university expects their fees up front. I want to get the university to align their fee structure with the postgraduate loan so that students from lower economic backgrounds don't have to worry about whether they'll have enough money to pay their tuition fees, and they can instead get the invaluable industry experience that they need in order to succeed with their future.
Aim high, vote high.
Let's face it, the timetabling this year has been a joke. With lecture rooms changed, cancelled or even moved, no one ever knows where they are. I want to push the university to ensure that the timetabling stays far more reliable next year than what it has done this year.
Simon, you know the lecture's cancelled today, right?
Not again. The number of times that lectures have been cancelled, it's not fair on students and they're not getting value for money. That's especially true of international students that are paying twice the fees that we are. Every time a lecture is cancelled, you're losing money. You wouldn't accept any other business taking the full amount of money and only giving you half the service. Why should the university be any different? I want to set up a formal route for students to reclaim cancelled lecture fees. If the university isn't providing what it says it will, the university shouldn't receive the money for it. Aim high, vote for side. So, what makes me think that I can do this for you? Well, I have 5 years experience as the voice of students. I did 3 years as a course representative and 2 years as a department counsellor. In addition, I also ended up a member of the Quality Assurance Committee at my old university because they tried to close the department down and me and a group of students led the charge to prevent that. During that time, I made sure that disabled students, parents and carers and part-time students all had an equal voice at the table to make sure that their needs got taken into account as well. And that's why I'd like to vote me to be your education officer. Aim high, vote high.